Sana all indeed.
Sana all.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the kind of mindset that we have to. These players need to go as we go into the drafting phase, ladies and gents. RSG going in first, pick Team Evil in the second. Carrot will be the coach for Team Evil. Used to be the roamer for Team Evil. RSG will have Amux. Amux.
How do you?
I can't remember. He used to be on the desk and I forgot.
Is he part of Team Evil last season?
No,
right?
He is in and out of MPL Singapore.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Once in a while he goes back to. He went to MPL Malaysia. Once in a while he comes over to Singapore, and finally could have a bit of a familiar face back to Singapore as well.
Yeah, okay, this is now going to be RSG first priority pick. So we have mentioned, of course, the Moscow being the priority pick in the previous series here. But RSG, looking at this team, usually they go for J. Later on in the second phase, I think Jays has been pretty good when it comes on his role. So Cleo could probably be first priority pick.
Maybe, but we shall see. But because RSG, I don't think you need to prioritize pick J. J is always that kind of hero. Hero. J is kind of player that
can adapt.
Not only just the fact that adapt, he is best slotted at Gears. This position right here, right? This position is his best position because that is where you have your surprise picks, right? You usually want the last pick J because of his flexibility. So I don't think you will want to review what you want to do as of yet. Maybe that's also the mindset. Amos wants to go. I love the Loi band. The Loi band is really strong. Loi is actually really strong because of your global repositioning and your anti-dive as well. So I think good to ban coming out from Amos. But now Coach Carrot takes away the fanny for now.
Yeah, we've seen open as well. Chip open here for they're going to ban the assassins this time around. But okay, Vincent, I see we've seen Vincent using the assassins for the side of Team Evil. But those assassins are fighter assassins like Suyo. This one, so they ban out Hayabusa this time around. Okay, but Chip is pretty much open. We've seen an opening here. Matilda as well. Suyo.
Yeah, Suyo, Matilda, Chip goes into the banning pool for the side of Team Evil. Lucas is starting to be a little bit concerning right now. Feels like both of these two teams might be trying to take that away.
Yeah, I want to see the Lucas. We haven't seen the Lucas game, right?
Yeah, you guys managed to cast a bit of a Lucas game last week.
Yeah.
And you can the fact is you can burst somebody down while maintaining CC immunity. It's kind of broken, no?
The crowd control as well is there. Yeah, this is I think Lucas, if Lucas is open, Valentina can be taken in. We've seen a great Valentina counter as well to the Lucas one.
Yep, there you go. That's gonna be the ban onto the Lucas. So Lucas is something that I think is really deserved in the banning pool, right? And usually I would say it's the red side that should be banning the Lucas as well because you don't want to first pick that. And Kimi at the same time.
Matilda open. Yeah.
Kimi and Matilda open. Coach Carrot decides to ban away the Joy to keep these two open. Now, RSG need to make a decision. Do you go for the Matilda first pick, or do you go for the Kimi first?
That's the thing. So if they're not going to prioritize the Jay's hero here, Kimi. Kimi is pretty wonderful, and we've mentioned how OP this hero is. And the first time, oh no, it's Clea instead.
Okay. It seems like RSG does have something up their sleeves to deal with this Kimi. So RSG first picks the Clea. Once again, Clea also flexible. Yep. Technically, mostly reserved for Rome. But
you mentioned that this role, right? This role is going to be the priority, which is the Clea right there. Cool. Okay.
Interesting. Really interesting. Like, Kimi completely forgotten about both these two teams. Harry being secured by the side of Team Evil for Ven, and then after that, powerful goes for Gato Kacha.
There you go. Matilda Kimi.
Matilda Kimi is actually very annoying.
Yeah.
Because, the fact that Kimi is already very hard to catch, you add the fact that you basically can jump over walls again, as a Kimi is just way too powerful.
Plus, you have a saving grace just in case that nuisance of that AOG always. So, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
The Kimi is up.
Yeah, I think Amos right now is definitely also like, wow, we're leaking Kimi all the way to the end. Kimi was so prime free real estate for Evil to take, but they're not taking it. That's telling, right? Like, this sends a lot of signals like Team Evil doesn't play the Kimi, maybe, which is kind of interesting.
Okay. But the crowd control is there already for the side of RSG. Team Evil on their side, they have plenty of sustain and a follow-up here. And we're looking forward for Okay, this is a flex. Garakacha can also. Garakacha against Clea on the EXP. For sure, it's gonna be Clea winning that lane.
It's still flexible.
Sustain.
I think that it's still very flexible right now. We have to take a look. For
Same
take a
thing
look.
as Garakacha, right? Just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
basically
got it.
match Kalia with Geto. I think no matter how you bring either one of these heroes, they're gonna definitely meet each other. It's either or they're meet in Rome or they're meet in EXP or vice versa. Could be EXP Kalia, Rome, Gato Kacha, whatever. But I really like what RSG and Evo first pick first. Like something very flexible, open it up. And now, right now, you also asking yourself, RSG, is that Kimi going to the mid lane or even the gold lane? But Roy usually might bring this over to the mid lane.
Yeah. Kimi follow up. We've seen the combo as well with Tsunami Slam, right? Tsunami Slam and the burst coming in from Zuyo is
Mhm.
pretty much incredible as well. But my only concern here is how can they be able to stop this? Okay, we've seen the game last time that FMM was over the Garakacha. He was the target usually for the Tsunami Slam. Without the Garakacha, it's gonna be easy for the rest of the team to penetrate through. Could possibly the same strategy they could do here with the side of RSG.
Yeah, definitely, right? Like Team Evo right now, if that's the strategy that they need to look out for, Team Evo needs to draft another secondary initiator or secondary
Yes.
tank. Something like a Hylos, something like a Khalid, or I don't know why I bring back the Khalid. I feel Khalid is really strong in my opinion. And then after that, maybe even the Phobias, right? But then
Badang.
Coach Carrot also takes that away. The Badang was also really wide open. RSG can take it for themselves at the same time. I think you could free prime estate for both of these two teams. RSG right now bans away the Mathilda. Yeah, still opening up. Like what I said, Evo can definitely bring the Katokacha to EXP or Rome.
Okay, no ban on the Moskov here. So no ban on the Moskov. Most likely they can use the Moskov here for the side of RSG to go up against the just at least they can have this side lane priority as well for the side of RSG. This can be open, never banned. It's always the 1-1 here.
Yeah, but okay, that is going to be a Baxia ban coming out from the side of RSG, but Deadeye, you brought up a very interesting point. The Moskov completely forgotten. If I were Team Evil, I replace the Phobias with no, I need the Phobias. I replace the Mon 1 ban with a Moskov because a Moskov and Kimi one more combo. Man, that's a lot of damage.
Especially with the scaling, right?
It's not only just the scaling, it's the pierce. You have two heroes that can pierce. One does magic damage and one does physical damage. This is a game of pierce. And RSG, if they basically use a Tsunami Slam and after that, follow up with a Kimi Ultimate, it's just multiple pierce. And now our Evo cannot fight in a straight line. And usually you fight in a straight line because your frontliners need to be front line, your backliners need to be back line. But if the splash damage hits the back line, you're basically sitting duck. You're dead.
Plus, Team Evo, they need something hard CC as well. So I think, yeah, they have a plenty of sustain. Zaman Force, and you have also here the shields coming in from the Zushin and Garakacha for that heavy sustain. But the team of RSG can easily go out as well. They have plenty of mobility here.
You mean for RSG, right?
Yeah.
Same could be said with Team Evo though. The CC as well. You have the mobility, the Harriv also. You have the mobility to zip zap zoom around while doing damage. CC is also a very interesting choice coming out from Team Evo. No one, absolutely no one. Are they expecting a high loss coming out from RSG? Maybe that's why Evo went for the CC.
Or we are going to expect another roam here for RSG. Okay, Moskov is there.
Yep, exactly what I feared.
Another roam can really tank, give space, high lows.
Badang actually.
Badang.
RSG, if they go for the Badang, that's easy wombo combo. You push everybody into that wall. There's no escape right into that. And then after that, you just pierce them to hell. And that's basically a very sick wombo combo RSG will be picking up for themselves. And Team Evo right here, remember we talked about it. Tsunami Slam. Who is the target? Do you slam the Katakacha or do you try to slam the CC? Right now, this is a very scary composition. RSG could slam anybody. Everybody just... Badang just clicks the ultimate, everybody basic attack, that's going to be a dead CC no matter what happens, or a dead Gatokacha.
Yes, I think so. So this is the prime target for me. Prime target here is going to be the Gatokacha for the side of Team Evil. Without this follow-up or this tank coming in from this Team Evil, we've seen it on a previous series, how effective it is without the Gatokacha in the team fight.
Okay, that's going to be a Hanzo coming up from the side of Team Evil. That's
first time.
Yeah, it's one of the few rare times that you see a Hanzo being played, especially after the rework, right? The
Yeah.
way that now Hanzo is being changed, that you don't really leave a body right there at the back, and now you basically get free pokes, and it's super annoying to deal with. And that's
Ooh.
maybe the strategy from the side of Team Evo. Remember, we talk about this. How do you counter a Kimi? You need to jump onto that Kimi and not risk yourself. Hanzo does that, right? It's the same as a Hayabusa, it's the same as a Ling, it's the same as a Fanny. Unfortunately, the Fanny and the Joy and even the Hayabusa are banned out. What's the next best way? A Lancelot or a Hanzo?
Wow, I think this is a great pick indeed.
like this pick.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like this pick. But Hanzo, of course, positioning is the key in this situation. But you know, Garikacha can be there for the saving grace just in case they're going to pull this one out. Garikacha can be used defensively, can be used as well to initiate the team fight there.
Yeah, I can also foresee a situation where the Tsunami Slam being landed on the Gatakacha, and then Gatakacha is like, nope, out of here. Superman's out of here.
Yeah,
I'm
but
needed
meanwhile,
elsewhere.
Hanzo is there actually going to do the
Correct.
thing.
And now because you
Yeah.
burn away the Tsunami Slam, there's no way for you to peel. And if, then do you waste that Tsunami Slam onto the ghost form of Hanzo?
Oh, yeah.
And that is annoying, right? And you can basically trade ultimates and then you re-enter with AOG. So I like the Hanzo pick. Before Hanzo, I'm like, I don't really know what Team Evo is going. Hanzo is the one that perfectly fits into that jigsaw puzzle.
Now I could remember the last time that Team Flash used the Joy to provide their own control. So I think this is going to be the same role that we are
Same,
expecting
exactly.
for the
Yeah,
for the
and the
Hanzo
best-
here.
Exactly, and the best part is, it's not risky. You don't
Yeah,
know your
it's
exit
not
body.
risky.
And that's why Hanzo is broken. I hate the hero.
Oh, yeah.
I hate assassins.
And this is going to be the first time we're going to see here in MPL SG the Hanzo showing up in our seeded matches.
Mhm.
It's really interesting though because okay, Suyo can. The thing is, they need to have a vision where the Hanzo is. So they still have the trailing, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be difficult here for the Suyo to do that thing just to track down the Hanzo
Yeah.
on the other side. But there's so many defensive heroes on the
Mhm.
side of Team Evil on the side Team Evil.
Yeah, and I personally feel, right, looking at the draft once again, it's kind of interesting how Team Evil, I think the CC is a little bit weird.
You think so?
Yeah, like to be honest, before I saw the Hanzo, I felt the CC was really weird. It's like, okay, what are you going for? What are we thinking right here? What's the game plan right here? We remember we established the fact that you want somebody to absorb the Tsunami Slam. We determined that is going to be the Gato Kacha. We're expecting something more tanky in the XP lane. To a certain extent, even the glue actually works well for this.
Okay.
Absorb the Tsunami Slam, you peel for the rest of the team, and then you bug out of there. But this time around, it feels like, Team Evil believes in their magic, the team fight magic that we always love to see from Team Evil, no matter how they change their roster, right?
Usually I see a CC though being picked if you want to win the lane. CC has been incredible when it comes to lane control, one of the bulliest hero here in MLBB as well. So if you can control the lane, it's going to be easy for the CC to roam as well across the map. So maybe they want to be aggressive here, especially with the Hanzo pick that we have seen here with the side of Team Evil.
Yeah, so likewise, like I said, the Hanzo fits that bill perfectly. But same could be said. I know we talked about we're singing praises on the roster of Team Evil, right? But now let's reshuffle that focus back into RSG. RSG, this roster also can work wonders, right? If it's a good catch by the Badang, the bear moment can happen, like what happened in the previous game. So that's something that Team Evil needs to look out for. But then again, there's so many mobility, so it's really, unless you make a certain misstep, you misposition, and then that's where RSG, as a Badang, could easily punish.
Okay, I'm excited on how this one goes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is now going to start our game. Here is going to be Team Evil versus the RSG Game 1. And now we've been talking about the pick here, the surprise pick of the Hanzo Vincent. As you mentioned, of course, a while ago, Jays. This could be a great pick here when it comes to going into the back line, playing it safe. We've got Kacha here just being the body bag or the bait for the Tsunami Slam.
Yeah, we talk about the war cry being selected by the side of Vincent, right? I love the vengeance, and personally, if you are okay, you know what kills the Kimi first? Two vengeance. Hold on, Jay.
Oh, Jay! Gonna be flickering out almost, but look at Roy here saving him on his way back. But yeah, You were saying, Jay?
No, my butthole was clenching. Jay, that was one thought. The edge of the circle was barely touching it, and I was like, Jay, run! But yeah, I was talking about how to deal with the Kimi. Another way of dealing with Kimi is to basically pack I think both plate armor and vengeance and hope for the best. That's basically how you deal with it, because of the basic attack. It reflects back to Kimi, and Kimi usually is a glass cannon. And that same strategy can also be used for the side of the Moskov, right? It's very susceptible to builds like these.
Speaking of Moskov here, usually, especially on this kind of lane, it's Harith going to own this one. And we've seen the pokes coming in from the Harith here. Meanwhile, the rest here of RSG now in the turtle pit. Oh, look at the sun coming in from Roy here. No one's coming in. Remember, Parko is still level 3. Oh, of course.
Yeah, nope. Super close right there. Van, you know, that's a winning gold lane for the side of the Heron Grab. Moskov usually more passive in the early game. Van can basically outzone. Oh, that's massive problem for the side of CS. CS is not doing well. Van actually cancels the back. CS needs to get that siege, and if not, he's not going to hit level 4.
Yeah, speaking of which, SLD is pretty much available here, but we haven't seen right now RSG doing the initiation whatsoever. Same thing here for Team Evil and John level 5. Remember, Vincent has now pretty much available gear. Here on the other side, AOG never hits anyone. In that situation, Jake going to go for the flanking maneuver. Tsunami Slam, where's the follow-up? Nothing's there, and now it's going to be Yon still managed to take this turtle. Mobilize here with the beams coming in from the side of Roy. Powerful still trying to hold, sustain the team fight, but Yon with a burst, and that's going to be the first blood. And the rest here of Team Evil backs away.
Yeah, and right now, if you notice the side of RSG, Team Evil, by the way, yeah, I think there's a little bit of issue with the UI. We'll get it fixed shortly on the time. It's not King's Vanguard, it's Team Evil. But by the way, Deadeye, I have to just tell you about this, right? The fact that the longer the game goes, the longer the fight goes, the game actually favors RSG. Yep. Because of the DPS, because Team Evil relies on the burst damage.
Correct. Burst damage, magic damage as well, which can be negated with an adaptation. But this previous Tsunami Slam here, 4-5, but Powerful too late with an AOG. Vincent going in as well. CS will be the target, takes him down. Vincent once again going for Roy. Another kill here with a double, and Jay backs away. And look at it here, Yon with a flanking maneuver. That's the thing that we are want to see the pick off against Vincent.
Yeah, now, you know, Team Evil earlier just now, yeah, that was a kind of good engage. I feel like they always get a very good angles, but they often get punished, right? Because the longer the team fight goes, RSG is going to win. Now, if Team Evil wants to do this, they need to find Kimi. They need to burst the Kimi down. Don't let Roy do any form of free hits, because this is exactly what happens.
Yeah, we've seen the exchange on the bottom side. Once Vincent popping, of course, his ultimate there, he's very vulnerable, and that's the time where the side of Yon trying to find him on the back alley there. But meanwhile, I think this is now the job of Powerful as well to protect him, but off come kill. It is going to be gear falling down.
Yeah, man. Team Evil, not exactly like on paper, this roster really works. Yeah, but then again, you know, they're given too much concession over to the side of RSG, right? Leaking out the Kimi, leaking out the Moskov together. These two heroes is gonna be like your late monster going in. And Team Evil, if they want to get something or anything done, they need to try to scale right now ASAP.
Oh, Jay with a double stun here. AOG providing the space, but not enough here. This could be a prolonged team fight once again. And look at the position coming in from Vincent. Clearing them up. And RSG trying to find some trade here. But unfortunately, they're just too late.
Vincent is finding like a front line, right? It's finding like fighting the front line, it's not picking up the target prioritization, allowing Kimi or the Roy to basically free hit, allowing RSG, especially Yon, to basically close the deal. And now you have a snowballing Suyo on your enemy team. You crack open bot lane. Team Evil needs to try to spawn a little bit, and that's the smart move coming off Team Evil at the very least. Vincent taking up top side.
Yeah, that's going to be a trade between the tarts here, but I'm expecting here that it's going to be Moskov who is in the downside against a Harith here, but it's actually now CS securing lane better with the help there up closer. Now pressure here in the middle lane as well. Team Evil, they must actually find some openings here. We have seen Vincent though. We have seen Vincent trying to go into the backlines. Yes, they did one time and time again. But actually, right now we're seeing RSG just trying to get the resources into CS here. They want Moskov to
yeah, there we go.
Okay, did not attack with that purified out of spell, and Roy secured the kill against Van once again. And Van having a difficult time here, and now Vincent trying to go for the trade here on his ultimate, but it's just for naught here. Just too much damage coming in from RSG.
Yeah, RSG right here. You're right, like they need to try to start functioning, go over to CS. CS actually goes over to the weaker side of the lane on the top, which is actually kind of interesting, right? And not only does that, Team Evil, you're right, they need to play around Ven right now. Ven is actually should have its power spikes right here, but we're not seeing as of yet. Vincent, unfortunately, as a Hanzo, you're a very selfish player, right? You would just enter E regardless whether you have your teammates or not. And unfortunately, if Vincent is able to get a kill, great. But if Vincent is unable to get a kill, okay, try next.
Yeah. Hopefully they could find some kills here with this turn of takedown right now initiated by RSG. Lucasila and find the division as well, but no success whatsoever. Vincent is just too late, trying to force his team fight once again. But where is the damage? Where is the damage coming in from inside of Team Evil? Well, RSG, Tsunami Slam here, goes for the combo, but there he goes in the middle lane with 7 force. Van takes the kill and pushes through here with Roy and Jay defending.
Yeah, 5 men right there, and now it's going to be Ian trying to go for the hunt, looking for Yon and the rest of the Team Evil.
Oh,
Dinner bells winning, man. Dinner bells are ringing, man.
4-man commitment, but so many resources being expended there, Jays. But look at CS on the top side. Oh, in the middle lane though. They're also going to go for the kill. Instead of kill, Vincent takes one.
Yeah, that's exactly what Team Evil is doing right now. Yon is taking a lot of it.
What? They were not done yet. I thought it was already done with that marathon, man, and the chase wasn't done yet. It takes down Yon.
Yeah, not only just that, they also bring down the bottom lane turret down a little bit low just now.
Okay.
But I think it's actually a worthy sacrifice because he's showing his body. But then again, you're giving shutdown go over the side of Team Evil. Number 1. Number 2, Vincent is also starting to scale, and now Vincent looks very scary.
There you go, Vincent once again initiating fight here. It is going to be Tsunami Slam there, but no avail with the rest here of Team Evil. Supporting to the back lines, Van is here, AOG with a follow-up and a clean up is there for Team Evil. Double here for Gear. Roy and CS trying to hog it down, but Van pushing him down as well.
Man, this Team Evil, the magic is back, and it starts with Vincent. You thought that, Vincent is a little bit too greedy trying to fight that front line, but now, because of his greed, he's starting to carry the team by accident. Don't say by accident, but as a side effect, right? And especially now, remember, we talked about how Team Evil needs to play around Van. They're starting to do so, and now Roy is getting in a lot of trouble. They're trying to constantly getting zoned out, and look at its depth. He's actually not having a great game because of Vincent, and it's actually helping Team Evil. As you take a look at the replay right here just now.
Oh yeah, but yeah, we have seen time and time again there, Jace, that it's actually Vincent is providing the zone as expected, like the joy that we have just compared a while ago with Team Flashes, and now here Vincent doing pretty good. If you are on the side of RSG though, it's still going to be the same play, but the Purify saves here could not make the opening.
Yeah, right now, Jay, the only way to hold on.
Oh, the 2-stand with AOG here with the counter play. Zaman Force barely hit him. No, there's going to be a kill though. And now still Team Evil going for more J targets here. Almost. And the damage is just insane.
The damage is starting to rise, right? Vincent picking up these damage, exactly what we need. And now not just that, Ben is already coming up online. You can see how Team Evil is just using her rights as much as possible. Whenever Tsunami Slam is ready, Jay will try to use it, try to hopefully burn off Team Evil's Purify, because that's the winning factor. But unfortunately, RSG is unable to do the combo that we are looking for. Like the closer Roy and Jay wobble combo, it looks, the CS wobble combo, it looks so good on paper. But Team Evil, Vincent is the one that shreds that paper.
Now this is going to be the first time we're going to see that CS is actually within the team right now formation. Usually now he's going to go for the split pushes. We have witness on the bot side.
Yeah, you can't Deadeye because like you got a Moskov, right? Now imagine you have Vincent that could literally start hunting you down. Nowhere is safe for the Moskov.
Look at the positioning coming in from Vincent. It's just very, very safe here. We have seen one skirmish play that it was Yon trying to find him there. It was successful, but on the succeeding skirmishes, it's really difficult to find Vincent now. Now pushing through here in the bottom side as well.
RSG is still looking for opportunity to scale, but hold on.
Oh, look at this one. Double stun, AOG, follow up, kills up their kills here. The Tsunami Slam trying to go for the defense. But still, Team Evil, very healthy. Out of position gear here. He has the mortality though. Look at the space being given here, sacrificing himself for that inhibitor target, and he successfully did so. With Summon Force right now being laid out as well with damage. A cleanup coming in from Ben. The revenge of the Harris. It is going to be closer than the rest here. Oh, CS! CS, he managed to take down everyone here coming in from the side of Team Evil. And now Powerful will be the target. The DPS damage is there. Powerful, gone.
Man, it's really hard, especially when Gata is so low.
Yeah.
And you're a squishy like CS and you don't really have the farm. You don't do the damage against the Gata. Actually, I'm surprised that CS actually tried to take that fight. And now with Metric Gun in tow, maybe he's able to do some serious damage. But Vincent is a threat from the side of RSG. If you take a look at his replay, how did team fight actually start? It's all started because of the AOG and Vincent as well. It's so non-committal. It's so safe for Vincent to do everything.
Yeah.
And now the decision from coming side from RSG to basically wait for Gear to come out just so they can kill, whereas the rest of Team Evil is actually managed to crack open. So that's a very good sacrifice play coming out from Gear.
That is exactly a big win here coming in from Team Evil. Now opening up the bottom lane here in their favor. Now RSG, remember, of course, we've seen some comeback plays here in the series. RSG with CS and Roy just also scaling up in this game. You mentioned a while ago, of course, right, Jace, when it comes to scaling here, you have now the pierce damage coming in from CS, coming in from the side of Roy as well.
Yeah, that's not going to happen because Vincent is always threatening RSG's death ball, right? And it's really doing wonders. And now you got a bottom lane that's cracked open. That's going to be a strong lane for Team Evil. And it's also leaning towards the Lord Pit as well. So RSG need to buckle up in terms of the bottom lane defense. Trying to get there as much as possible. CS, on the other hand, has to try to wave clear, has to try to do the blitz. If not, he will be too late.
Yeah, I think he needs to be very fast on that top side here. And the ultimate coming in from Roy has been committed. That's going to be Sayla pinning down here. SOD hits, but Tsunami Slam here trying to isolate again the gear in this situation. Here comes the follow-up coming from the side of Team Evil. Summon Force been laid down. CS will be the target. Will he be able to do escape it? He managed to take down Sayla in that situation as well. And RSG still no casualties into their team.
Yeah, RSG is back in the game right here. Remember we were talking about Team Evil earlier just now. It was their time to shine. They should hit their power spikes even earlier. They hit it, but now they're kind of delayed just a little bit. RSG is already picking it up.
Also made it already to the inside of Roy, and that's it. It's gonna be a free lord there coming in from RSG.
Yeah, and literally, but then again, you know, at the very least, RSG has some fighting chances as well. Roy right here and CS probably pick up the necessary items already. In fact, remember what I talked about, the Benefit Gun should do well against Powerful. Powerful right here, Team Evil right now needs to identify their priorities. They're starting to lose a little bit of prio, and now the fact that they lost that Lord earlier just now, they don't have any Lord pushes, is going to be harder for, you know, Team Evil to basically close this game out.
And this is going to be now the perfect time. It opens up the map here in favor of the side of RSG. Look at here, Yon on the top side, pushing through mid as well. And this is now the pressure against Team Evil we're seeing right now. And now with the kind of defense, right, it's going to be still Vincent. We're looking out for Vincent to at least peel anyone onto the back.
Yeah, now the time for Shine Vincent is starting to close down. The transition is not here.
Oh, Sayla. Popping, of course. Vincent Beacon. No ultimate there, but still they managed to defend. In the side of RSG though, no other cards already here. For the side of Team Evil, that's now going to be Tsunami Slam and OG for the counter attack once again. But look at Sayla going to go for the burst damage. And Powerful is down, Closer is down as well. 1-for-1 trade.
1-for-1 trade, but then again, you saw the damage that, you know, CS and Kimi can output right here. Vincent is gonna get melted even before he can reach it, but Vincent's still on the chase though.
Oh, cannot chase him, of course, and Roy is there. And we've seen how Vincent will try to pick off Roy there. He's his target in that situation. But then again, look at how RSG just managed to equalize this game.
Equalizing is exactly what RSG wanted to do. Don't forget, it is Team Evil's game to try to push as hard as possible at the start of the game. They're unable to do so. Ven is starting to lose priority. Vincent is starting to struggle in terms of priority as well. Where are your damage coming up from the side of Team Evil? I only foresee from Sailor and probably perhaps even here, right? Because here is actually doing reflective damage, builds the blade armor, has a vengeance, and has some survivability. Hopefully can melt Roy and make Roy hurt himself.
Yeah, with this magic, the damage reduction items has been committed already for the side of RSG. I'm not sure if Van will be the major point here when it comes to the damage output. But Vincent alone, in the early to mid, yes, but now in the later stages of the game, even his shadows there can be easily bursted down.
Yeah. Right now it's a bit of a stalemate, Deadeye.
Yep.
RSG and Team Evil. We're looking at the very least, RSG does have more turrets to work with, but these are standing gold, right? Team Evil, technically speaking, they're still in the woods. They're still inside the woods, right?
I agree. It's not yet over for Team Evil for sure. It's way too long here. Anyone can take this game here. And we've seen so many skirmishes played. The powerful is their AOG to disrupt the combo coming in from the Tsunami Slam. We haven't seen yet Powerful initiate the team fight. They're waiting for that ultimate coming from Jay.
Yeah, but it's very hard to initiate that part of the combo, right? Because it's always broken by either Sailor or Vincent, especially Vincent. It's super annoying to basically coordinate if somebody constantly does that. Now SOD will miss, goes wide just a little bit, and now there will be an attack.
Oh no, that's a blitz coming from RSG. They must going to go back now. AOG committed here. Flicker coming inside of closer. And this is a big win for RSG. Split push here on the side as well for CS.
Yeah, especially the fact that, you know, CS doesn't even need to join the fight. And Team Evil is already visibly getting pushed back. And that's where, you know, we talk about hero priorities. RSG is in prior right now.
Yeah. Oh. The combo, the strategies we have seen effectively coming in from Team Evil in the early to mid now, so far being not able to do the same execution, or I mean the same results here in the later stage of the game. That blitz coming from RSG on that Lord takedown was really incredible. I'm surprised Team Evil haven't committed on that contest.
Yeah, they should have taken that gamble. At least the gamble could probably end with something good.
Oh,
right?
no.
But now they have to force a defend. They don't really have. They do have decent wave clear, with the Juicing and also to a certain extent Vincent. Now, what is their defense against RSG?
Oh no, look at this one. Vincent has been fended off here by the side of Roy once again. Now there's gonna be Tsunami Slam committed, and here popping off the Vengeance Battle Spell. Powerful is there to find the zone as well, but no follow-up whatsoever. RSG trying to clean up here. Ven too late with the Salmon Force. The damage coming from the CS just hurts so much. SOD committed as well, but look at Vincent with the defense, but CS is here jumping out of nowhere. The damage! Oh, inhibitor turret almost been taken down in the mid as well.
CS, you mad lad. You literally take the SOD all the way back into the enemy line, especially when your whole team is basically trying to retreat. Absolute mad lad. But now Vincent at least managed to get the main target, Roy. Roy is the main target for the side of Team Evil. If they really want to stay in this game, Roy needs to go down first. Vincent needs to keep him busy. And with that help, let's take a look at the replay, how it actually worked it down. Well, Vincent was able to clear off the Lord almost immediately. Powerful literally threw himself in the middle of the ring, basically throw himself there, offer himself to be basically food for the side of Team Evil as they try to defend with their dear life. Yes, I agree. Van's Zaman Force came in a little bit too late. Had he gone in a little bit earlier, it would be a lot more better, because we talk about burst, right? You need to end the game, or basically end the fight as quickly as possible, abusing Vincent's burst.
And I've seen also the positioning coming from CS is really immaculate there. No one's hitting him, and CS with that Malefic gun been secured as well. Oh man, the range is just absurd. And CS right now, without the threat that we have seen coming from Vincent, right now it's actually Roy. It's Roy there who is harassing Vincent. Unlike in the early to mid, Vincent harassing the back line.
Yeah, and because you know how Roy works, right? I think Vincent needs to do a little bit of switch in terms of the target prioritization. Yes. Yes. Once in a right now, you've been trying to target Roy. You're trying to push him away, but he feels like he needs some space. Maybe he needs to start to switch. But hold on.
Oh,
is this a base race coming out from
This
Team
is
Evil?
a base race indeed, but unfortunately here, Evil could not do the evil magic this time around. They instead go for the conceal, and this going to go for the blitz here. Flanking maneuver coming in on the back rise here. Team Evil just turning the battle around with a call in that decision, and they have managed to take down 3 members from RSG.
Amazing flanks coming off of Team Evil. This is exactly what they're looking for. 3 members down, getting caught off guard. They thought they don't have the information, and now Team Evil will take that win, and then after that start to hard push it down. They even have the Lord in tow.
Oh no, this is gonna be powerful here, being hit with a DPS damage coming in from the side of CS. CS managed to go back away with the save, coming in from closer on the fist crack. AOG committed here. 4-man, now make it 5-man, and CS alone. There's gonna be a base, gonna be the target here, and it is gonna be Team Evil securing game 1.
Team Evil sprung out from the ashes, and they managed to secure 1 game against one of the nemesis, RSG. RSG had the game in the pocket for quite a long time, right? You thought they had the prior, they had the late game, but then again, that one flanking maneuver by the side of Powerful and also the rest of the Team Evil, then that secured the deal, because boom, Harry comes in with the Zaman Force with the Chrono Fisher. Everybody goes low and just zip it zoom. Everybody is dead, and then RSG just caught off guard.
Man, Jace, this day 2 overseeded stage it's a match of miracles. I mean,
miracles?
How to say? Of one play that can really turn the battle.
Exactly. I mean, this is.
What's the best word for it? A day of
upsets.
Upsets. I'm looking for a positive word, man. But remember,
I'm the kind of guy that sees the glass half empty. If the glass is half empty, I will say the glass is empty.
I see the half full.
No, I see the glass empty.
Half empty. Okay.
I want more.
I just the memories coming back with Bears, like incredible play that turned the battle around. Same thing with that call, with that concealed play, with that flanking maneuver, changes everything. That was insane.
Yeah, that's why MLBB is a very fast-paced game. Anything and everything happen. You thought you're winning, but no, all of a sudden, one punch and you're dead. Basically, it's a very high-stakes game. You make one small move, it could just potentially goes into a lot of like what's it called, the lot of downward spirals, right? You take a look at the stats right here. It was actually RSG's game, right? Basically, they already had everything they needed in terms of the itemization. They also had the damage to deal with Vincent already, and then all of a sudden, because Vincent, even though he's been peeling, that wonderful call by Powerful together with Ven, like what you mentioned, Ven still has, even though he doesn't have prior anymore, but he still has his items. He can still do the burst, and he managed to execute it off.
Yeah, as you can see, the itemization as well. There's so many magic damage reduction here. Oracle here coming in from the side of Closer. We have seen the Radiant Armor as well coming in from the side of Jay. And I thought Van couldn't be able to dish out a lot of damage there. But I was wrong. It was a completely disaster here for the side of RSG when that team fight has just begun.
Yeah.
And this is also incredible here in how Team Evil managed to go for the comeback of their own. Because RSG first, it was Team Evil who secured the bottom turret. Now RSG equalized this one with their split push coming in from side of from the side the bottom rather of CS on that inhibitor turret as well. And how Team Evil managed to go for the comeback after the comeback coming from RSG. Comeback after the comeback.
Isn't that a roundabout?
Roundabout.
They just did a 360. If a comeback is 180, you do another 180. That's 360. Math.
Roundabout.
We've gone full circle, ladies and gents. We've gone full circle. But there you have it, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Team Evil right there. Amazing. Like, this is what this is why Team Evil games are fun to watch.
Yeah.
You don't know what can happen. You don't know what kind of magic tricks they can pull out. 1 week they can be absolute very funny. I would say absolute trash. Then the second day they suddenly become gods. It's wonderful to watch this kind of thing.
I'm just curious on what's the communication there for. I think it was
Go,
powerful
go.
then, right? They have the wave on the bottom side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fresh off the boat.
Fresh of,
Right, let's take a look at the MVP of that game, ladies and gents. I'll give it to Powerful. Do we agree?
Call.
Oh no,
With
actually
call.
no. Okay, no. Yeah, sorry. Yes, sorry. This is the problem. Is me, Hanzo from Vincent.
Okay, hands-on for Vincent. I think on the early stage of game, we've seen him somehow. I cannot say struggled.
He struggled mid game.
He's very vulnerable at the moment in time. But on the later stage, and I thought he's not really doing a lot, especially during the later of the stage. But with that combo that I have just witnessed, the chase, the damage, is dealing enough here to clean up actually against the side here of Team RSG.
Yeah, and I think reason why I would say I agree with production for MVP of game given Hanzo because he's the one that dictated the pace in the early game. Yes, albeit in mid game he struggled just a little bit, but after that Team Evil adapted on the spot. I think that's where it gets very interesting. Once you find a good angle, you just flank, and yeah, everything's Bob's your uncle, literally.